Clavicular went on the show with Michael Knowles, the fourth, fifth stringer of the Daily Wire. And of course, Michael Knowles asked him some great questions. Are there any downsides to hitting yourself in the head with a hammer?
Punch yourself in the face? If I punch myself in the face, I'm going to get like a nice mewed up jaw?
Yeah, according to Wolff's Law.
Do you punch yourself in the face?
Yes.
How hard?
Like reasonably.
Just your fit.
Like all it takes is to become a notable conservative figure in conservative culture is to just like bring about mainstream 4chan culture as aggressively as you can.
That was
You would hit yourself in the head with a hammer.
yeah, I know. It sounds a little silly, like people are gonna think I'm trolling, but
You think there's a point where like these adults, because they are adults, right? You think there's a point where they go, "What the f am I doing? Like this is not how I envisioned my life. This is not how I saw myself doing conservative propaganda." And you're so desperate for clout that you just have this guy on.
Are there any downsides to hitting yourself in the head with a hammer?
no.
Clavicular is a creature of TikTok. Like the lookism stuff, the Looksmaxxing forums, all of that got normalized on TikTok. It blew the f up on TikTok.
Don't get a lot of likes and certainly don't get branded.
Well, what are we talking about by hot? Like good looking? Like some people think that like Sydney Sweeney is extremely attractive.
I would say, I don't want to scandalize anybody, a married man. I would say Sydney Sweeney is very attractive.
I would say that she's pretty malformed. Her upper maxilla is extremely recessed, right? She's got the eyes of doom with no infraorbital support. She's really not that much of a looker in her face. I think that
I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. I don't even know what this is. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. I guess he's trolling, I think. Like half the shit he's saying is a troll. Not the hammering his face thing. The hammering of his own face is real. That's a real thing that he was doing. But bro started talking a whole different language. No, he's like, I just don't know, man. I don't know.
a lot of people with brains find her attractive because of her
Hey,
body.
I don't have porn. I don't know. Well, you're telling me that
I don't
that if
know.
a guy finds Sydney Sweeney attractive, he's got to have brain?
I think that she's above average in looks, but certainly not that like, you
No,
know.
you said she's got a sunken suborbital. I forget the words that you said.
Yeah, she's got a recessed infraorbitals and a recessed upper maxilla.
You're telling me you go to a bar.
I'm just saying she's not the pinnacle of looks that I'm talking about to actually succeed on social media. She's average to above average.
Yeah, all these immediately, like these guys also have like the updates accounts that fucking immediately get formed, base boosted into oblivion. There's a method to it. I mean, celebrities have update accounts as well, right? And you would assume that they're like fan accounts, but it's not. It's like PR accounts. And these guys do the exact same thing. They just like will get kick clip farmers to boost all of the update accounts and constantly be in the replies of every single other like there's a network of clip farms that boost one another. It's the new meta and it works. It's very successful in getting you out in front of a lot of people. Is it really a new meta when they've been doing it for a year now? It's been longer than a year, but I say it's a new meta all the time because like it's still not something that people are very aware of, that like all of these like external accounts, all these like periphery accounts will just like be constantly pumping content on these like up and coming creators. And when they're on a live stream, there is a million different interactions that you can sequence out and turn into TikTok clips and shit. I clip for Aiden. I get paid $10K a month. Your clippers would too if you pay them. It's just a hot topic now. Recess Lamau. You clip for Aiden to get paid $10K a month, but you're in here? What the fuck? It's fascinating. This is basically what the weird ass account Yeet is all about, but an employee of LSF. Yeah, those guys do it in the reverse way. My clippers get paid to find shit that they can clip out of context to make me look bad and then blast it into orbit. So I do have clippers as well. I make Aiden look bad too. You know what's really crazy actually? I have noticed that. I noticed that with Miskiv. A lot of the same clipper accounts, they just clip Miskiv in like very negative lights, but I don't think they give a shit as long as there's eyeballs. The worst part about it, the issues clickbait shit, is I see this most commonly on Twitter with like all the AMP adjacent clip accounts, especially, but like with a lot of the kick clippers, they straight up lie. Like they will take a video of like Duke Dennis talking about something from like months ago, and then they will straight up write an entirely separate description for the clip, and it goes super fucking viral. And it's one of the most insane things I've ever seen. And they get like crazy views on it too. It's such a wild thing because like now it's gotten to a point where if I see like Kick Champ or Clip Champ or whatever the fuck, you know, when I see stuff like that, I'm like, oh, there's no way I can trust this information. Like this person is 100% lying. And I look at the replies, and I'll be like, I wonder if anybody knows that this is a lie. Like because, you know, this very clearly doesn't, you know, this doesn't look right at all. It's always shocking to me because like I don't know. People just don't give a fuck, you know? Please talk about this man's wardrobe. How the fuck you worry so much about your appearance and dress like that? He's dressed like a Redditor. He's dressed like Reddit r/male fashion advice from like 2018. No, this is the most Reddit ass fit you can ever fucking find. Straight up. He's like polo t-shirts that accentuate your pectoral area and your shoulders. You know, this is what you're supposed to do. This is how you mog people.
This next election cycle, who's going to win? It's going to be Gavin Newsom against JD Vance because JD Vance is subhuman and Gavin Newsom mugs.
JD Vance is subhuman?
Yeah.
What makes you say that?
He's got a very short total facial width to height ratio. He's obese, very recessed side profile, whereas Newsom is like 6'3" Chad.
So JD's very tall. JD's got to be
well, still,
6'2",
I mean,
6'3".
Gavin Newsom obviously.
It's just he has ascended beyond just wanting to a dude. It's something beyond that. I don't know how to describe it. It is so crazy. It's whatever Nick Fuentes is. He's in demand, but in like a clinical sense, hella weird. Too many years in Looksmaxxing subs. Yeah.
Hogs him to death.
So you're a Newsom head. You prefer Newsom to the vice president.
I'm just telling you who's going to win.
Do you prefer him though?
Honestly, it's hard to say, but Newsom being that much more.
Why are you asking a 19-year-old who's famous for breaking the bones of his face what his political opinions are, Michael Knowles? What the is happening? God, the Daily Wire is so washed. It's not even funny. It is the most washed institution. It's so funny to watch it happen.
More of a mogger. And like having a president who's like fat and especially that young.
You think I don't think he's fat.
I would say
he's a bigger guy for sure.
Okay, what about Donald Trump?
Sure.
It's just embarrassing. Like, how are you fat and you expect to like lead a country? You can't even be in shape, you know?
So let's say you got a vote. It's 2028.
I'm voting for Gavin Newsom.
You're voting for Gavin Newsom.
You can't be that subhuman.
So hold on. You got all right. Well, this actually is up a thread with the whole conversation because you look at these two candidates. You have Gavin Newsom, worst governor in the country. I think we would all agree, destroyed his state, let its main city burn to the ground because
he doesn't care about any of this stuff. He's talking about how Gavin Newsom mogs, brother. Gavin Newsom objectively something that we've talked about quite a bit, so much so that his like political opposition in the past, when they were trying to dethrone him, the gruesome governor, they were talking about how Gavin Newsom is the type of dude to like your wife. And, you know, there is some truth to that. He has allegedly done stuff of that variety, including the fact that Donald Trump Jr.'s current wife, Kimberly Guilfoyle, used to date Gavin Newsom.
His incompetence, is a personal, complete derelict, liar, degenerate, but he is good looking.
Yeah, he mocked her when she was alpha.
I grant you that he's good looking,
yep.
And it kind of looks like Patrick Bateman, American Psycho.
Hey.
And then you have this vice president to President Trump, the transformative right wing president in our lifetimes. Who do you support Trump or no?
Glaze, Michael, get off. You're riding it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got this vice president handpicked by Trump who is extreme.
Also, clavicular, inconsistent. I thought he was consistent. Turns out he's not. Turns out he's actually inconsistent. Let me tell you why. If you think JD Vance is fat, how fucking fat is Donald Trump? Donald Trump is the most fat. Donald Trump's way fatter than JD Vance. And his Mandela tibular is fucked up. I don't know. He's got a recessed Mandela. I don't fucking know. At least he's over 6 foot though. He's like 6'3", I think. I guess Donald Trump is a little bit of like a looksmaxer in the sense that like he also lies about his height and weight. And I feel like that's a looksmaxer tendency.
extremely intelligent, very right-wing. I think he's a pretty good-looking guy. I don't know, maybe I guess you disagree. But he's all these things, checks all these boxes, would have all these great policies. And regardless, you're going to pick the pro-mass migrant, pro-burn the cities to the ground, pro-BLM Democrat because he's skinnier than the conservative vice president.
100 times over. Yeah. J.D. Vance, would he be a better candidate and probably closer to me in terms of policy than Gavin Newsom? Yes, but he's just not going to be good enough to be deserving. I think the right has kind of let.
What policy prescriptions could this motherfucker personally have? Like, what could he possibly? What do you mean policy? Oh, J.D. Vance is closer to me in policy. Like, oh, really? Like what? Like, explain to me how.
Down the voters for the longest time. So I think I don't really think that right wingers should just give support to these jesters who continue to underdeliver on their promises. Just let the Democrats win. That's kind of what I'm talking about in terms of just like why I don't support Vance as a voter. But
so you're saying no, they shouldn't vote for any Republican. The right wingers should not vote for the Republican.
Not until the right actually wants to do the things that they're promising.
So is there a candidate you would prefer? I assume you don't actually want to vote for Newsom. Maybe you do. Maybe you are a Democrat. No. Okay. So then who's a right winger you want to vote for? Or maybe there isn't one.
No. Yeah. There really isn't one.
It's kind of doomer, isn't it? So now you're saying if you're a real hardcore
dog, you're talking to a 19-year-old who came to fame through what is known as BP edits, black pill edits. Okay. Yeah, no shit. He's kind of doomer.
Get Chad right winger. You should let the Democrats country.
Well, yeah, you kind of have to. Like, that's the accelerationist mentality. Because, like, look, what is the right going to?
Oh my God, the right accelerationist. Hell yeah. New guy invented. Okay, I like this. I take it back. I like this. This is good.
Do other than just like a small win here and like, maybe you overturn Roe v. Wade on like a federal level. It's like if these people are just going to like continue.
Maybe you deport 2 million people. Maybe.
Okay, but there's still 28 million more, right? So until these people actually want to make changes that matter, right?
I think 2 million.
I feel like I'm too old, I'm too old. I'm too much of a normie. What is it? High tier normie, which means your average looks, but above average. And then what is the tier? It's like low tier normie, high tier normie, Chad light, right? And then Chad. That's awesome. Stop making me know these things. No, you're going to fucking learn it. Chad light, Chad, and true Adam. Who's a true Adam? You should not know any of this. Of course I know everything like this. I need to know all the brain rot. I've come to learn Hassan's concept of fun is making us learn about the dumbest people. Yeah, I mean, it is. It's also my concept of this is what I look at when I'm offline. I do genuinely try to figure out like the depths of man. I try to do my very best to understand like exactly where the fuck people are at. Like what are the depths of insanity?
And people matters. I think.
Does it in a country of how many people? Like what are we?
330 million or so.
Exactly. So it's like this is we're not really making any progress here, really. It's just that's the cope, right? That's what I'm simply advocating for until like the policies change and like the rhetoric is a little better.
How would the policies change? This is what I'm confused about is had a Democrat won, it just used this past year. Had a Democrat won, it just used this past year.
Why is this guy trying so desperately to convince this deeply unserious boy to vote for J.D. Vance in the upcoming election? He wants to debate on live right now. Debate what? Mogging? He's gonna mog you? I'm terrified. I'm a 34-year-old man. Nah, you would mog him? Do it, Hassan. I am begging you. Do it. Let me mute real quick. Hold on. Yeah, he wants to just clout chase. That's what he's trying to do.